What's going on, mother truckers? Welcome to the Asian My Show. How's everybody doing today? Now, I just wanted to get into this right away because I know a lot of people are probably working, in school, sick, basically doing something else than just being on YouTube, right? Now, let me close this real quick. So I know a lot of you will probably see this on the replay. So I just wanted to go over a couple of things. And I just want to, I know a lot of people ask me all the time if truck driving is right for them. And I want to basically tell you what my thoughts are about this. As the title reads, and I will get to everyone's comments at the end. So no disrespect on that. But as the title reads, I believe that your CDL, your commercial driver's license, is worth its weight in gold or worth more than a college degree. Others will say that I'm crazy, but for people that are considering truck driving, most people that consider truck driving, they're not considering truck driving because per se it's their dream job. They're considering truck driving because they hit some sort of wall in their life, or there's some variable in their life. For example, financial hardship. They have kids on the way. Their significant other, because I don't want to say their wife, because men and women both truck drive, lost their job, so they need a way to provide. And the biggest thing is, a lot of people that are considering being truck drivers, and I don't want you to feel disrespected by this, but a lot of people don't have a lot of skills. Professional skills, that is. Right? Now, I don't want to hurt feelings about that, but basically, there is a correlation between having a skill. I'm not talking about being intelligent. I'm talking about having a skill, something that you know how to do that others do not, and will pay you for your services. And a lot of people just don't have that skill. So they're thinking about truck driving, and I'm telling you, it is a good decision to get your CDL. Now, again, like I've said, I have a college degree in business management and other degrees as well. And having my CDL is definitely the most important thing that I own. Okay? Now, let's break this down. I know that was kind of a long-winded intro. But first off, going to college is very expensive. If you go to a UC, housing, board, all that stuff, it could be upwards of $40,000 a year. So if you guys have kids or planning to have kids, know that if you're going to help their asses go to school, that it's going to cost 30 or 40,000 a year, right? And a lot of kids, I'm sorry, man, no disrespect, but a lot of people that are 18, 19, 20, you guys are kids. You don't know what you want yet, so you're going to school. You might be working hard. I'm not talking about the ones that are. I'm talking about the ones that maybe are getting an easy ride, and they're taking psychology, they're taking history, they're taking basically any courses they can just to keep their parents happy, right? That's the problem with going to college. A lot of people go to college because their whole life they've heard that they have to go to college, they have to get a degree to become somebody. And the truth about that is, you actually have to gain a skill. All right? That's what you really need. Okay? So, college degrees are expensive. Getting your CDL, you could go out to the DMV, get your permit. And I've seen schools, the best schools out there, no more than $8,000-9,000 max. And I'm talking about that's the best school out there. They teach you everything you need to know. Of course, no school ever really preps you more than just passing the test. But you know what I'm getting at. So getting your CDL is a lot cheaper. Second thing, a CDL will guarantee you a job. I can live anywhere. I could go on Craigslist and I could go get a job. What you need to do is make sure that you have a great and healthy driving record, right? And a couple years of that under your belt, you're going to be able to get a job anywhere. You know, so many people lose their job or quit their jobs in trucking, and because they have that CDL and a good driving record, they can just move on to the next company overnight. I don't know what Kansas looks like. I don't know what South Dakota looks like, but I could go over there right now and I could move over there right now and I'd be okay because I know that I could live in my truck and I could work and I have a job. Going to college, getting your degree doesn't give you that. You get this little rolled up paper, but at the end of the day, you're still going to have to interview. And guess what? You don't have any experience, right? And that's the second thing or third thing that I want to get into. When you get your CDL, right away, you're getting seat time, you're getting experience, right? You're paying for experience. A college degree does not give you that, okay? I'm sorry, it doesn't. You're going to have to go out and do internships. You're going to have to go out and basically do... It's funny because you go to school, per se, to become a pharmacist, but then you're working a part-time job at the bar. You're not actually gaining experience in what you should be gaining experience in. You know, a wise man once told me it's better to go the right direction in what you want to do in life at a slower pace than go in the wrong direction, going a million miles an hour. You know what I mean? So, having your CDL, you're gaining experience right away. All right. Now, for a lot of people that are new, I'm not saying young, I'm just saying in general, new into trucking, and you're watching this YouTube video, trying to gain some kind of knowledge or basically advice to persuade you to get into trucking. I will tell you this. I got into trucking when I was in my mid-20s, but before I ever got my CDL, I thought I had a great idea about how life really works. And I can't tell you and stress this enough, but getting your CDL and going over the road, right? It's going to teach you adulting. Like, it's going to teach you how to be independent. It's going to teach you how to make decisions for yourself. I'm sorry, but if you guys seen 40-year-old version, there's a lot of people out there that, in a sense, still live with mom, and they don't know how to do anything. They don't know how to wash the dishes, run the dishwasher. They don't know how to use the washer and dryer. I mean, very basic stuff. They can't even cook themselves a meal, right? Now, if you feel disrespected about that, then I might be talking about you. But getting your CDL and getting over the road, it's going to make you grow up real quick. And it gives you a perspective of the real world, right? So, when I worked at Walgreens and all that, I'm wearing like khaki pants, I'm wearing nice button-up shirts, right? I'm thinking I work hard. Man, I didn't realize how hard people really work until I got out and I got into the real world, got my CDL, and start moving and really getting out there, you know what I mean? And because of that, it taught me grind and hustle, right? A lot of people, they think they have grind and hustle in them, but they don't got shit, okay? We work long hours. We stay confined in a small place. And I thought I was a hustler back when I was at Walgreens. No. I'm telling you, because of the CDL and because of driving over the road, moving furniture, I actually know what hard work is. And now I learned how to save money. You know, I learned how nice it is just to take a shower. Okay, we take that shit for granted. All right, you think that eating 3 meals a day, taking a shower, all these things, they just happen? I'm telling you. When you get your CDL and you become a truck driver over the road, just finding a place to park just to get some sleep is a struggle and a mission on its own. All right. People knocking on your door when you're just trying to rest. Police kicking you out. Warehouses and dispatchers and telling you, hey, you can't stay here overnight. You feel overwhelmed at times, and getting this CDL can help push you in the right direction to becoming an adult. All right. And now, this is probably the biggest thing that I can say about getting your CDL. And I know this is long-winded, but we're just having a conversation here. When you get your college degree, it's not really what degree you're getting it in. At times it is. I mean, if you're going to be a doctor, you're going to have to get, certain classes down. If you want to be a certain, career, you're going to have to get certain certifications and all that. But for the most part, the most important part of a college degree is really the experience. Is going out there, getting out of your norm, and meeting and connecting and networking with people. All right. So the biggest part about having a college degree is connecting with people. All right. And I'm telling you this, getting your CDL, you connect and network with so many people. All right. Let me give you a quick example. As a mover, right? I'm picking up the furniture, I'm driving, and I'm loading, I'm unloading. I got to be out in this truck. It's that lifestyle. But guess what? The salesman that sells the moving job makes just as much money as I do. Per se. They make a little bit less. What I mean by that is they make, just say, $80,000, $90,000 a year, right? Salesmen, right? They make $80,000 to $90,000 a year, but they got to work all year long. I make that kind of money net, and I work half the year. So right now I enjoy it because it allows me to do what I need to do, but it gives me time. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm buying back time, right? Your goal at the end of the day is to buy back time as much as possible, because in reality, that's something that you can't buy back. And for some reason, time is something that people take for granted the most. All right. But because of doing this moving job and networking with people, I found out that these moving companies in every city, from California all the way to New York or Maine, all the way back down to the Panhandle, they have salesmen that work for their company, right? And these guys make $80,000 to $90,000 a year. And guess what? I have moving experience. I asked right now, I'm out here at the at the Coleman, okay? And so I'm out here at the Coleman Allied, okay? And they say they need a salesman. They're like, hey, sorry about that. They say they need a salesman. They're like, hey, would you ever want to move to Pensacola, Florida? I'm like, I don't think so. They're like, I have a job for you. It pays $70,000 to $90,000 a year. I go to California. I go everywhere. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, by truck driving, is like better than a college degree, because you're not networking with the proximity of that college. You're networking with the freaking United States. But you got to keep your eyes and ears open. Okay? So now I know there's a sales position, and I could go when I'm ready to work the whole year to make $80,000. I could stay locally. I'm going to have to work the whole year now. It's not going to be 6 months. But I gain a new skill. And guess what? From going to truck stops, I see tankers. I see all these hazmat. I see all these wide load. I see all these hauler drivers. I talk to a couple industry guys that do mining and all these things, and I pick their brains. And most of the time, they just say, hey, if you got a good record, you could apply. And they start out making $50,000 a year. I don't give a shit who you are and what college you went to. It doesn't matter. Once you get that degree, you're still going to have to apply for a job. And with your CDL and having a good record, that is your resume right there. And with that, you could go anywhere. So I know that was very long-winded, and again, we're just having a conversation, but it getting my CDL just basically opened and it planted a seed in my mind. And now I don't have ideas. I have all these directions I can go to make more money, right? And it all stemmed from getting my CDL, right? And what I like to leave you with is, as a truck driver, you're driving a lot, you're thinking a lot. And sometimes people go in the wrong direction and they think about negative things. They think about being away from home and it gets to them. But a lot of you out there, just like myself, I'm thinking how to better myself, right? Most people work at a job 9 to 5. It's a routine job. They're doing the same thing over and over again. And all they do is think about how they hate their job. And it's routine, routine, routine. And they're really not thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about how they could better themselves. They're just thinking about, this is what I'm supposed to do, clock in and clock out. I'm telling you, when you get your CDL and you're over the road, you're actually going to be doing a lot of thinking. Stay away from that negative shit, all right? At times, it gets to me too. You're going to miss holidays. You're going to miss birthdays. You're going to miss all that shit. But what I'm at now is I'm just thinking how to better myself. You know, better my health. Sorry. Better my health. Better my relationship. Just in general, be a better person. And I believe that if I didn't get my CDL, I wouldn't have all this time to think while I'm on the road. And now I'm feeling better than ever. I'm looking better than ever. You know, I'm more in love with my girl than I've ever been, because you don't know it until you have a ride or die man or woman or friends in your life, until you're never there, or, you know, they're the ones that hold it down. And sometimes, I'm not saying you got to test these relationships or test these friendships, but because of the environment, it is tested. And because of that, I love her more than ever. And that sounds weird to say, but getting your CDL, if you keep that negative shit out of your mind, it definitely can change your life. You know, I know a lot of you will watch this and maybe it'll strike a chord and maybe it won't. But I'm telling you this, we all have struggles in life, and all of us just want to feed our damn family. That's it. And I know sometimes I disregard trucking, and I disregard it, and I say, you know what, you're only going to make $40,000 or $50,000 a year or what have you. But you know what? Most jobs out there, even with a college degree, only pay you $2,000 a month, right? So $50,000 a year, that's good money. $60,000, $5,000 a month, that's good money. You could provide for a family. It's not an easy lifestyle. But I'll be honest, having my CDL and having my college degree, if there was a fire in my house and that college degree and CDL were two physical objects, I would grab that CDL and I'd get the hell out. So I appreciate you guys for sticking with me. And I hope this benefits and helps somebody out there. But I'm not trying to disregard people trying to go to school. I just thought that this is something that I should talk about, because a lot of times people that disregard education haven't gone to the level of 4-year degree or MBA or what have you. And at times people that disregard trucking have a degree but have never worked hard like the trucking industry. And because I, in a sense, have done both and have been on both sides of the spectrum. I felt that, I felt right about talking about it. But let me look at your guys' comments real quick. I appreciate you guys staying on. Even if you're not on, I want to give you a shout out. J Real Trucker, how are you doing? Mac is back. Where's the wife? Jenna's at home. She's working. Duan Liz, Yoji, is hard to get your CDL. It's not hard. Everything has its complications, but you can do it. I'm telling you. Capizone 2, are you live? I am. CL9, what's up? Mac is back, says my dad drove for 30 years. He was a union man. Make sure you never own your truck. Drive for a company. Costs too much to own your own truck. I would say that can be good advice, and I would say that there's always both sides of the spectrum. Some people do well when they manage themselves. Some people do well when they work for a company, and I can tell that your dad doing it for 30 years, he probably provided a great lifestyle for you. So you know what? He went a great route. And both options, they can make you or break you. It's just a little bit of luck as well. Mouthpiece, hey, can you do a video on the macros? Oh, yeah, I can. Macros? Okay, I could do that. I was like, macros. I was thinking anime for a second. Yeah, I could do something like that. Roberto, Mac is back. I don't get more money when you own your own truck. Let's see. Cool Columbia. Yo! Roberto, I understand your point, my friend who owns trucks but put money aside to maintain the trucks. Great advice. Ace says, I was told local you make more money on food delivery versus OTR. Is this true? I would say that there's good money in everything, and usually the guys that have a great job don't want to talk about it. So most guys that have a great OTR job aren't going to be on social media telling you how they're making their money. And guys that have local jobs that make good money, the same. They're not going to tell you, you know? Sorry, people are selfish. London, CDL takes your whole life up. I agree. Harold, what's up, man? What's up? Mr. Chapstick, that's what's up. The larger networking opportunities. That's what it's about. Roberto says, yo, G, I'm from Hollywood, Florida. I would like to talk to you further in private. Is it possible you can have your email address? I'm out there on Greenhorn Truckers group on Facebook. Leroy, good video. Alex, hey, thanks, man. I felt like I just want to have a conversation with you guys, for a second. What is that? Outlaw Outlaw 26 says, is Swift a good company to start with? You know what? I say any company that will get you some seat time in the right direction. I would just say that before you choose a company, think about what kind of trucking you want to do. There's flatbed, there's reefer, there's mover, there's everything. Remember what I said. It's better to slow edge in the right direction than go a million miles in the wrong direction. You know what I mean? If you want to be a mover like myself, and then you go work for a company that never has anything to do with touching furniture, it doesn't matter if you work there for 20 years. You're still not going to get any moving experience. You understand what I'm talking about? So think about what kind of trucking you want to do, and then try and find the best company that works with that kind of trucking. Zahara, I am an owner-operator flatbed from Chicago. Tried to live in South Florida, but I couldn't. Too bad for flatbed. Yeah, it's one of those in-states. You know what I'm talking about. CL9, was getting your CDL the best thing that ever happened to you career-wise? It definitely is, and that's why I made this video. I'm regional. Anthony says, I'm regional and make great money. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks, Leroy. I'm thinking about signing up with them. They offered to pay for your CDL school. Hey, everyone's situation is different. Find the best one that works for you. Just always do your due diligence, and you'll be good to go. So overall, recap, I believe CDL is more important than a college degree. I know. So long-winded, but thank you for your time, everybody. Thank you so much for subscribing. I don't promote my channel as much as maybe I should at times, but I remember when I wanted to do this a year ago, and I had, actually 2 years ago now, a year and a half ago, and I had one or two subscribers, and it made my day. You know what I mean? Just being out here on the road by myself. So, now that it's changed so much, we're in the 8,000s. It's like, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And I appreciate your time because I know that your time is valuable. Anthony, I used to move furniture too. That's what's up. That's what's up. Overall, I got to get on the road. I got to head towards New Mexico. I'll talk to you guys later. Hopefully, you guys found some good advice in this, maybe a little bit of motivation. If not, then hopefully you felt like you just had a friend to talk to, man, because I'm here for you. Ace Ryder says, hey, I got a question. Does KLM hire in Georgia? I believe they do, but I don't quote me on that. Definitely look at them on KLLM.com. I believe that is their website because I talked to someone before. Everyone, stay safe out there. I appreciate and love you guys. Thanks again for all the support. You guys made my life. Appreciate you.